come? He's coming. Okay, okay. Did you find any difficulty in doing your homework? What's the progress for all of you doing your homework? Because you don't have the laptop, you... Sorry? How about task 2? Sorry? Do you understand the whole programming? Sorry, everyone, because my sore throat, so you see, my voice is considerably low because the temperature is low here. And I'm sorry for this class. I will leave some homework for you to do, okay? Because I think the task 2 is almost done. So this time I will talk less and leave the time for you to do your practice. How do have you complete task A in task problem A in task 2? How about you? Yeah. Because I think the difficult for you is to firstly the difficult for you is to understand how to formulate the problem in the general form so that it will be easy to be adapted to use MATLAB optimization toolbox. Yeah. The further difficulty is to call the call command, and then next you will learn to understand how to using a loop to calculate the same problem. Because in task A, all you have to do is to calculate the economic dispatch problem 12 times. It's one simple way, direct way is to repeat the program in 12 times. Like to copy and paste this 12 times. It's easy, but it's stupid because it takes a lot of space. And so in task A, we're using a for loop. Every time here. Here, this is the solution. I already sent you the sample code, and I think it won't be that difficult for you to write the solution. We can see that except line 37 and 49, except these two lines, almost all the code are the same as we're solving one period economic dispatch problem. Because when we're doing this calculation from hour 1 to hour 12, all you have to do is to every time. The only difference, the variation is the load demand, because seasonal load demand is varying from time to time. So that every time in the for loop, the only difficulty, the only difference here is in line 42. Is in line 42. Every time when we're running into this for loop every time here, I will using the debug, using the breakpoint section to show you. Every time when we're running into this for loop, here this is our 1.
No problem, we can.
Oh, okay. Here this is our 1. Our 1 here, I refers to the time period. Here we can see we have 12 time periods. I refers to our 1. Is it clear? Here for our 1, this is the Hessian matrix. This is the value of the linear terms. This is because we don't have the inequality constraint. Here this is empty. For A and B is equals to empty, and here AEQ and BEQ, because the season load demand is changing. So for our 1, here the BEQ value refers to 500 megawatts, and then we're solving this Kojak problem. This is the output. Here we can find this is the result for the first 3 variables. This refers to the generator output for generator 1, 2 and 3 respectively. And the fourth item refers to the total generation cost for our 1. Here, then we running into this for loop again. At this time, I refers to 2, and then this means that our 1 has completed, and then in this time we run into the 2 a.m. In this time, all the input values are the same except the load demand here in our 2. We can say here is 400. Is that clear? Is that clear so far? How about it? Understand? Maybe you can sit here, okay? Grab a chair and sit here close to the screen. In this part, we're running into this for loop again. I'm using the breakpoint. I'm using the breakpoint function because my MATLAB version is in Chinese. You in your English version, you can still use this breakpoint. It will help you to understand that in each line, how does the calculation processing. We can find the temporary value of each variable. In this time here, only difference is the load demand. Here the BEQ equals to 400. Is that clear? And then we're running this economic dispatch problem again. And here by calling the code prog command, this is the result for this time. Because every time when we're running into this for loop, the MATLAB here, this code will help us to do the economic dispatch problem, and then this is the output. This is the generation output for period for 2 a.m. We can see here, first 3 items refers to the generation output, and the fourth item refers to the generation cost. You understand? And then we can, by running this 12 times here, hour equals to 12. Here, this time BEQ refers to 1050 megawatts. And then this is the input from line 38 to line 44. This is all the for 45. This is the input value. For running the codec function, we should input some. We should give the values for the input variables, like the Hessian matrix, AEQ, BEQ, A and B, LB and UB. And then this 40 line, this is the command. Simply by typing this command, then and X here refers to output, and FVAL is the objective function value, and this exact flag refers to the solution status. Here we can find this is the generation output for the 12 hour, and this the fourth item is the total generation cost. And here the calculation is completed. We have done the economic dispatch problem for 12 times, and then the optimization is completed. Here we can see that this is the editor. This is the editor screen. And then when we can clearly click this twice, and then this will be minimized. And here we can see that from the command window. This is the Chinese version, but it's all the same. No matter English version or Chinese version. And here we can see that this is the command. This is command screen. This is the output. Because we can see here, this is from the time hour 1 to hour 12, and this is the solution. Okay. And in this time, I will teach you how to using the plot function, because some of you told me that you do not learn MATLAB before. Okay, I will give the English version for you. Okay, and firstly, let me try to bring this and and share it in the consent group. Okay. This is the group function. Okay, this is a plot document, and I will share you this document in the Okay, I will send you the plot document later in the WeChat group. This time, let's have a look at the plot documents. Here, can you see the screen, everyone, in the consent group? Can you see the screen? Please answer. Okay, plot is a very useful MATLAB function for you to plot some data because it's strong and unlike only the data, by seeing the figure it will easy for us to read the information. And this is the plot function. The simple function here we have only two input values. Here x refers to the data we put in the x row, and y is the value we put in the y row. And here, well, this is the other command that will help us to make the plot function complicated and help us to make the figure more beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. And this is some description about the plot function. And here we can say is examples. This is a simple example. Create line with plot. Here we can see that this is the plot function. We have the input value x and y. Here this is the value of x. X start from 0 and end at 2 times pi. And every time the interval of x is pi divided 100. And y equals to sine x. Then we're using the plot function to plot xy. By calling this function, here we got the result, we got the figure. And this is one way use this for plot multiple lines. This is difficult and here we can use this to plot several lines in one figure. And then we can make this figure more differently because we have multiple lines, and then we're using different marks. Here we have the circles, and we have different shapes and different colors of the lines to make all the lines different. They are in different forms, in different colors, and then so that this is more beautiful and more easy for us to recognize them from each other. Okay. And then we have we can have the legend function, and here we can have different marks for the plot function. Now this is the color name for the line, and then this is the line style. We have the solid line, dashed line, dotted line, and others. And then for line miles, we can have the or we can have different line wells.
Video call and a video call on the video.
Sorry, because I'm feeling technical. Here I will send the document to you. For us who do not have the MATLAB, and for you have already installed the MATLAB, you can check the document on your own laptop. It's easy, okay? It's not that difficult. Now let's have a look. Now let's have a look at the homework. To plot the total system loss versus system load demand. Here, I think this should be the megawatt.
But I did it video on call.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe just the cost. I will modify this easier. Okay, just the cost and versus the corresponding load demand. And then I will teach you an example of how to using the plot. Okay, firstly, let's click the editor. Let's click the editor screen. We can click this twice, and then here we maximizing the editor function. Click here, click this button, and then now we create a new script. Okay. Firstly, save this as plot. We give it a name so that we can save this. Okay, plot ed plot here. The input value we have x and y. System load demand. Load equals to here. We can directly copy this with this function. Remember, all the input if the input value is the matrix form, so that when you type in the matrix form, make sure that every integer must be there must be a comma between each integer. Okay. And then the generation cost equals to. Let's find out the answer. Here. This is a variable MATLAB or already automatically installed. We can here click here using the copy function to copy all the generation cost here, and then we have the variable. Just click the paste button, and here we have the generation cost. And then we have the input variables, that is load demand and cost. Then we're using the plot function. Here, all the procedures is completed. It's simple. We only use three different lines. Then we're using the. Then we click the running button, and here we got the results. We can see that the generation cost is increasing from time to time. Or maybe we can. Oh no, it's not that clear. Okay, here. because for this time I want to do.
How to get the second line that
Too many variables. It's just simply copy.
how to get the second line?
I already told you because the second line is the generation cost and this is a temporary value we calculated before, okay, in advance. And then it's being solved, automatically solved in the working area in your MATLAB, okay? Here in this section, we just click this, and here we can find the value temporarily solved here. Click this copy button, and then we can have all the data, okay?
Yes.
Is that clear? And here we can have the plot function. In this time, here we can say that we are using this. Let me check if I can make this more beautiful.
They are saying they cannot see anything.
This Bob meeting have problem.
Oh,
They
okay.
are saying they cannot see anything.
Oh, okay. And here we are using the plot multiple lines function. Here we can see that we want to find the changing phenomenon for the load and for the total generation cost. And here we have the input value because x starts from hour 1 to hour 12, and then the total load, system load and system cost, and then each variable starts from hour 1 and to 12, and then we're using the multiple plot function. It means we plot two lines in one figure, and then this is what we got. Here we can using the editor function so that we can make this line more clearly. By check this function, the edit function, we can make the line. We can change the wells of the line, such that this is more. We can see this more clear here, and then we can type in the legend function. Here for the X row, it refers to the time, and every hour, okay. For the Y row, we can insert the legend. We can insert this. Okay, this is the system code. Okay, and here we can also insert the legend function. Here we can say that this legend function, it will help us to understand. It will help us to understand the what the different lines refers to. Here for the blue line, it refers to the system load demand. And then for the red line, this refers to generation cost. Okay. And then we can using this save button and save it as a MATLAB figure. Just click solve button, and here we can find the figure. Okay, and then save this in your own computer, and every time you do not have to redraw this again and again. You can just simply open this figure, and then you can see what you have done. Okay. This is an example. You can using all your imagination and all your ideas to change the figure. This is just an example. You can change your imagination, or you can change the code to make this figure look better. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at the broad document. Here we can see that this is a folder we named as economic dispatch. This is sample code. This is solution code. This is the plot function which we just added.
Now.
Yeah. Okay. This is the sample I just saved. Here if I click this, we can simply open this MATLAB figure. So this will be easy for you to store what you have learned. Okay. Here let's have a look. Let's check the document. You can using the different ways for to solving this. Okay. You can modify this. Okay. By drawing this picture more beautifully or more clearly. Okay. It's all up to you. Okay, this is an example. When you do your homework, you can do the homework yourself. Here we can say that using the plot function, and here this means the dash line, and this means the comment, the different marks for the lines. You can modify this in your own code. Okay. I will leave this for you as your homework. I just give you a simple example. Okay. And then this is task B. I show you the sample code, and I give you the brief introduction. I'm sure that you can complete this. Okay. Here this is task C. For task C, it's easy. Demand the cost savings for the economic dispatch compared to the equal distribution. For doing task C, you have to run the economic dispatch for one time. The only difference is that in this time the system load demand is 300, and then compare the results for the equally distribution one. Okay. Now we have this is 10:30. We have 30 minutes to practice. Okay, because for this time I feel so sorry. I cannot I cannot continuously talking for the one hour. Okay. For the rest of the half an hour, I will give the time for you. Okay. Okay.
I gave this one.
Okay.
I get it from question A. So this is my first time. So I got it 20, 22,
Okay.
22. So if I move to this one, so what? So 2, 2, 5, 7, 5.28 over 1 and remember this. I can write roll of what in the word hour.
Yeah, okay, understand. You can still draw the figures, okay?
Yes, ma'am,
It's up to you, okay? For task 2, I want you to know how to using the plot function. No, you can use your own ways to draw the plot function.
but this figure is same with you.
Yeah, but this figure is not that clearly, okay?
So I can
Yeah, you can modify your code just for you to get familiar with the plot function.
no, it's Excel.
Yeah. Okay. Using Excel. Yeah, it's easy. Okay. Okay. For Tangjing, if you have complete all the if you have complete the task A, B, and C, maybe you can just learn some information about task C, unit commitment. Okay. And then everyone, please make sure to submit the report before next lecture, that is next Tuesday, okay? Submit the reports on next Monday, okay? And today is Christmas, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Ikan muslim itu haram mana halal. Kita mau ke Jepang. Na palavra não, nem que ideia daqui será.
Maybe you can do some homework about the unit commitment, okay?
Yeah.
For the rest of you, complete task 2, B and C, okay? You have brought your MATLAB, so do the practice now, okay? You have to open your in Task C, you only have to calculate 300. Yes, 300 because this value is 300. Calculate and then compare with this equally distributed. That means every generator 100 megawatts, okay? Yeah, equally distribution means every generator 100 megawatts. Okay? Then compare the results and analyze why there is a difference. Okay?
Nah, CD